This podcast has already been ruined because Ian's like, oh, we gotta leave in half an hour because the bus.
It's 5 o'clock.
You're not even capable of doing anything in half an hour, are you?
No,
I've seen your videos. So this podcast went right off the rails immediately.
I don't have enough time in my day, like fancy Ian, to, just waste time sitting there pooping and nothing
Oh, we're
else.
recording.
See, the thing is,
All right.
You'll find this out eventually, Matthias, but when you hit 1 million subscribers...
That's never going to happen.
YouTube has this thing where they actually give you an extra couple of hours in the day to work.
Yeah. $10 words.
They call them sentences and they call them paragraphs, but it's something else. It's something that hurts. And so I put myself through the pain, and then in order to upset the stupid lizards that make up the legal profession, I say, I'm going to tell everybody what you wrote.
You can't let the peasants read. Ian is the most professional man in the gun industry until he comes around here, and then he's just like, we're like his only shitty friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're the ones his mom doesn't want to play with.
It's like, okay, you can get on the plane, but you're not talking to those two assholes, are
His
you?
mom's like, if you hanging out with those friends, don't put on your good shirt.
I don't want them to see it. Or even
You get mustard on it. In a mustard fight. That's food and you're wasting it.
it's
Hey,
which
for
was
a
a
prototype.
present.
So-
It's a prototype, and the feed ramp was not in it, and it's still fed.
let me give you a pro tip as someone who's looked into a lot of firearms design history. There's a reason for feed ramps. They help feed.
It was there.
Tell that to the 1911.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, your ponytail friend owes me and needs to get in here and visit. So
I do. I really do need to.
So
finally get
Mr.
down there
Ian
and
Go
visit.
Everywhere didn't even go to collectors, and they're like, oh, good, Matthias is here. So then Josh proudly took me around to introduce me to everybody, and none of them recognized me. Really happened at the event, which is that May stole a golf cart.
Oh, that is true. Yes, she did give it back eventually.
Yeah. She figured out that all the golf cart keys were universal to each other, and there was a disabled golf cart that was not being used, but she's like, they left the key in the ignition. So she took the key, because we were trying to get back and forth between the event things, and nobody was available, so she just took the key out of that and walked over and stole one of the running ones. And then started, not like scooted us around,
Started shuttling
but then took
people.
our stuff all the way back to the car with us, dumped us off, and then ran back and started shuttling people because she was just like, no, we're going to move people now.
No, and she was like, she was even like, keep your party right here. Like, she was acting like...
She'll be like, I'll be right back. And they're like, man, the staff here is really good. And it's just May from C&Rsenal driving every... She's got her C&Rsenal t-shirt on. She's just playing taxi because she wants to mess with the golf cart.
Yeah.
No, it was literally, he was standing there, and I went, hey, I have something funny in my backpack, and I handed it to him, and then all the cameras showed up.
We greatly underestimated how interested people were in that.
Yeah.
So,
and then so many people stopped and apparently looked at it, and then tried
they
to
thought
find
it was on
you.
display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to find whoever it was. They were like, "Where? Oh, did anyone see that paint gun? What the hell was that about?"
oh yeah.
And I just be like, oh, that's my toy.
We call it the complete scene. So now we know what to do next time.
Yeah, we do.
And it's basically a tube in a lot of ways. It's very simple to manufacture.
May, this FUD is talking to me about shotguns.
I know. It's only going to be a matter of time before that happens.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And you look at it, so I want to be very clear. This is a legal activity.
Yep.
Like, very legal.
Yep.
Completely legal.
100% above board.
And a lot of people will tell me, oh, they're going to ban it anyway. And I'm like, okay, why the heck aren't you doing it while you can then? Like, there's so many people that have told me, I wish I could have done X back when it was legal or when it was cheap.
Back when you could do it.
Back when you could do this thing, I wish I had done it. Could you imagine? And it's just like...
Well,
this is that moment.
A lot of people think, though, because it is so futuristic and insane, they're like, well, I could never afford to get into that because the media...
It is cheap.
No, the media will sit there and tell you that the printer, it costs $5,000 to get the printer that can do this.
That printer costs what? That one that's over there?
$200.
Yeah. And then the PLA, that was like what? $30 a spool?
It's $20 a kilogram.
Yeah.
And guess what? You can make a kilogram's a lot of plastic.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's $220. Oh, no.
And so I turned away right before it fired, but I just heard this horrible noise.
Yeah, it's a bad noise.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's the bad noise. And I looked over and the pistol tree is just this carnage wreck.
It's just collapsed behind itself.
and the target
it
flew
fell
up.
over. It just bent to hell.
She put 647 grains of 50 cal on a 4-inch plate 15 feet away. And
No. So, you know how that moment, you look at somebody's rear end, and you're able to notice...
You know how you go around looking at people's
there's a
boots?
shape
check that
to
booty
it.
out, huh?
Okay, hold on. there was something that caught the corner of my eye that I went, that's wrong. And so I did this thing where I went back to it, and I actually intently stared at her ass for a second, because when it was facing me, it looked fine. But she turned again, and I went, that was it. There was a line. A line in her pants that I was like, no, she's not. So, like, I actually walked around to the other side so I could be certain. And I was like,
circling this girl, looking at her booty.
Yeah. She had fake ass in her. She had fake ass. And then I did that.
So, yeah, there was the award
I
ceremony.
think I'm going to go all out. If they do the Gundies next year, I think we should pick a category that fundamentally does not apply to us.
And get all of our guys to...
Yeah, and just
right?
bam. Like every day I'm going to be on YouTube being like, I need you guys at the Gundies right now because I'm going to win Othias' best female influencer this year. All right, May left, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah, May left, and we're going to talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, May's not...
She's a doo-doo, but...
Nice. She's mean. And she... I heard that her dad doesn't really work in Nintendo.
On the shuttle bus, Matt and I start trying to get everybody to sing sea shanties.
Yep.
It does not go well.
No.
No, it went okay. We
had like 3 guys buy in.
We had 3 guys buy in, and so then we're like, okay, and Ian is just sitting there blushing, but between us, as like, it's in the middle, as the back of the bus.
Yeah, we took over the whole back seat,
Yeah.
so it's like if you look down the middle of the bus, it's Ian McCullum in the middle.
Yeah,
and then us on either
shanty.
side, and we're like yelling sea shanties, and
yeah.
so that it doesn't work. And we tried to let them do an easy one. We tried
Drunken Sailor.
Drunken Sailor's pretty easy.
and it's like maybe 3 people bought in with us, and everybody else was just like.
I wish they'd
So I got
Like,
irritated, so then I literally cupped my hands and I'm yelling down the bus.
Yeah.
I was like, I heard gun tubers are the most insecure men on the planet. And I believe it now. Like, I yelled.
Yeah.
Like,
and then we're talking, I'm like,
now everybody's
the
drunk.
people on the midnight bus, though, are going to be the ones who were really drinking because they stayed behind to, like,
Right.
finish
We
up
wanted the
bar.
drunkest bus.
Yeah. And so we go there, we get on the bus, and it was by far the drunkest bus.
Right.
Oh.
And we had very good success with Drunken Sailor. We got about,
Yeah.
I'd say 60% of the bus was singing.
Herrera joined in, like he was all about
So we got
that.
buy-in. We got buy-in from... We had backup.
Yeah,
we had 2 people that agreed ahead of time to help us out, clearly, with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
One
told me
was
they were going to
Brendan
be like,
Herrera.
about that.
Yeah.
Like, I love him or hate Brendan Herrera. He can sing a sea
He
shanty.
did. It was
Yeah.
good.
And then Rapid Fire Rachel.
Who was
yeah.
wonderful.
And then,
Pew told me that is it Guns and Gadgets, who was sitting like 3 seats over, went on some podcast and he was like, yeah, the show was pretty good, except for this group of guys that incessantly was trying to get everyone to sing sea shanties. and Pew didn't even know the story because I hadn't told him, and he just goes, that's Matt.
Yeah.
There's also signs that say, please don't dry fire, or, and there was another weird word they used, or click or something like
No,
that.
slap.
No, it wasn't slap. It was please don't dry fire or snap.
Snap. There we
Yeah,
go.
snap guns. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then this Milsurp kid immediately picked up and started dry firing the shit out of everything he could possibly find.
If you're ever in public and you hear someone talk, if you see Othias and someone's telling him something frankly stupid, I guarantee you're going to be disappointed when Othias goes, oh yeah, okay, cool, thanks for telling me that. Because it's just, they don't care. Right. It's never once has a person with a particular attitude said something like that, and I corrected them and they said thank you, or even took in the information at all.
No, you just get, no. But consistently across everything was this stupid beaver. And I just immediately fell massively in love with it and started buying everything. Like, I went from going, I don't want your stupid big gas station, I hate you, to, I need this neck pillow.
This beaver looks stupid.
This beaver looks stupid. I'm going to buy this neck pillow and this mug, and oh, they got this t-shirt, and I want that, and oh, look at the beaver bites.
We ate the beaver bite, or the beaver nuggets.
Those were delicious.
I still...
like-
I don't know. Oh, hold on. Delicious is just like tasteful here. Let's take a step back. Just good.
It's like a cheese proof with maple syrup.
No, it's like a corn
delicious,
poof
man.
It's like
with
a
maple
maple.
syrup.
It's a maple syrup corn poof.
I like that.
Very cool.
May loves them.
And very fitting.
I'm like, I can eat them.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I have been trying to sleep in this car,
and I haven't because of neck support, so I need a travel neck pillow. And then I'm like, every travel neck pillow is just like college football branded. I don't want that. I just want a normal neck pillow. And then I look over to my right, and there's the Buc-ee's neck pillow.
And it's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
Yeah,
it
it's
is the
amazingly
beaver.
horrifying.
Okay, so hold on, let's stop. It is a neck pillow in this case, being like a
U-shaped pillow.
It looks like somebody made a stuffed animal out of a toilet seat.
Yeah, out of a public restroom toilet seat.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the shape.
Right. I didn't do all this analysis. I was actually sitting there and I was pacing back and forth between I was like, I don't want the football one. And I'm with Bruno and I just go, and I pick up the football one and then I just go, you know what? And I put it down and I go back over to the Buc-ee's one and I pick it up and I put it around my neck and and Bruno just silently does the same. Bruno just silently does the same. And so me and Bruno buy them and walk out to the truck with these on our neck and Othnius goes, what? And he's just looking, and he's looking at it, and he goes, and May comes back, and he goes, May, I need you to go back in. No, May didn't come back. He was
May was still in the story.
May was still in the story, and he calls her, and he goes, Matt came in with a Buc-ee's neck pillow, and I'm jealous.
So this is the Forever Podcast.
Yeah.
This is where you live now, so I hope you got some pee breaks
Are
in
you
like
hungry?
we did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could eat.
No, I'm talking to the podcast people.
Oh, they probably are.
Hungry?
No,
Are you
I'm
having a good
hungry.
day?
I want to go.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
eat
let's go
breakfast?
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you
Okay.
eat breakfast?
None of us
Yeah.
have eaten, so let's leave. So goodbye.
Bye, have a nice time.
Good night, guys. Thank you.